I'm Rio Rodriguez. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a breaking news story entitled How to Act in School by Jocelyn from Marquette Elementary. Jocelyn's thorough report reviews how to behave in various areas of your school. We will be interviewing specialists in these areas, and each of them will read a portion of Jocelyn's report. We go first to Mr. Tomei Tosandwich, reporting live from the school lunchroom.
Well, hello there. I'm Tomei Tosandwich. Jocelyn's chapter on lunchtime etiquette is right on. She writes, in the lunchroom, you have to wait your turn in line and use good table manners. So don't just shove me in your mouth, right? Jocelyn also writes that you must notify an adult if food or drinks spill, because otherwise it'll be like a clown act in here. People slipping on banana peels and stuff. Ugh. Jocelyn adds that you should use eating utensils appropriately, so no eating spaghetti with your hands. Those of you who need that reminder know who you are, don't ya? Anyway, Jocelyn also writes to work slowly and carefully with your trays to designated areas, because frankly, I don't want to end up on the floor.
Thank you, Tomei. We'll hear now from reporter Patricia Mouth in the school bathroom. Are you there?
Yes, Rio. Hello, everyone. I'm Patty Mouth. Now, bathroom rules and regulations are an important part of school rules, and I, for one, am grateful that Jocelyn articulately addresses this issue in her book.
Any particular reason you feel so strongly?
Yes, because I am sick and tired of kids plugging me up with stuff that has no business being in a toilet. So, listen up, you out there. Jocelyn writes, use the bathroom in a timely manner, and no more than 4 classmates in the bathroom at the same time. Hey, may I add a personal note here?
Of course.
There should never be more than 1 classmate in the stall at the same time. This is not a clown car, folks.
What else did Jocelyn write?
Oh, yes. Jocelyn writes that you must be respectful in the bathroom, too. Ha! See? So stop standing on me, for Pete's sakes. It's rude, not to mention dangerous. And you don't want wet feet, do ya?
Back to Jocelyn's report, please.
Oh, right. Yeah. Jocelyn continues writing. You should get permission from your teacher to use the bathroom and keep water and toilet paper for their intended uses only. Another great zinger, Jocelyn. And on another personal note, may I give some examples of things that are not the intended uses for water and toilet paper?
I think you better not, but thank you, Patty Mouth, for that informative report on bathroom health and safety. We now go to the hallway where Jocelyn's locker will be reading from her book. Are you there, Locker?
Yes, hello to y'all out there. See, I am Luann the Locker, and might I just say it's a pleasure to appear on this well-respected news program. See, most of the time, I'm just another locker lined up beside hundreds of other lockers that look like me. But, you know, each locker has its own unique combination. I'm an individual, so I appreciate this chance to be treated as one.
Well, we're glad to have you, Luann. Can you read what Jocelyn wrote about hallway rules, please?
Well, I would be honored. Jocelyn writes that in the hallway, you have to be responsible. And Jocelyn writes, you should check your locker area to make sure materials like books and pencils are not on the floor so nobody will trip over them. I mean, what a good point. You know, Rio, one thing I appreciate about Jocelyn is that she does not overstuff me. Some children just jam piles of papers and books into me until you can't even see the bottom of the locker. It's like an archaeological dig trying to find an overput card. Do you out there know anyone with a locker like that?
No, my locker in school was never messy.
Anyway, Jocelyn continues to write that you should also be respectful in the hallway, so use appropriate language.
What exactly qualifies as appropriate?
According to Jocelyn, this means don't swear or insult others. Also, give others personal space. And please, stop slamming me.
Thank you, Luann. Now we take you live to Bussy the school bus. That's funny. The school bus usually takes you places, but today we're taking you to the school bus.
Well, hello there, Rio. Jocelyn and her friends take me to school every day. Jocelyn wrote, you have to remain seated in your assigned seat on the bus and wear your safety belt for the duration of the trip. That means the whole time.
Very specific instructions, Jocelyn, and wonderful vocabulary. Duration. Excellent word choice.
Hey, you out there. Do you know why you've got to wear your seatbelt?
Because Jocelyn said so?
Because if the bus were to get in an accident and nobody had their safety belts on, kids would be bouncing off the walls and windows like a bunch of super balls. And not in a fun way. It's simple physics, really. If I stop suddenly, you'll keep moving unless there's something to stop you.
Something like a safety belt?
Exactly. Anyway, Jocelyn also writes that you should keep your belongings on your lap and take them with you when you exit the bus. Some of you kids out there, you know what she's talking about, right? Have you ever forgotten books or backpacks on the bus seat? Well, you're not alone if you have. Once, this kid left his stinky old gym clothes under the seat. I reeked for a week. Ooh-wee! Kate, can you imagine what a 2-week-old turkey sandwich smells like? 'Cause I can.
Yes. Moving on. Any other advice Jocelyn has about bus safety?
As a matter of fact, yes. She says you need to keep your hands and feet to yourself. Jocelyn also reminds you to keep your body parts inside the bus at all times. Pick up your trash when you leave, please. And Jocelyn adds, keep the noise at a low level, which I sure would appreciate. Sometimes on the ride to school, kids get so loud it gives me a headache. And I don't even have a head. I'm a bus.
Thank you, Bussy, for sharing that piece of Jocelyn's report with us. Last but not least, we take you to the most important room in school, the classroom. We go to Professor Encyclopedia. Welcome, Professor Pedia.
Lovely to be featured on your news program again.
As a book yourself, I want to ask you what you think of Jocelyn's book.
Well, my, it is superbly detailed and particularly well organized. Children out there, did you notice how she created separate chapters? Just like an outline for rules in the lunchroom, in the bathroom, etc. And it provides important messages of respect and responsibility and gives specific examples of rules. Yes.
That's a raving review, Professor. Would you like to share a few choice sentences from her chapter on classrooms?
Yes, it would be an honor. Jocelyn writes that you should be on time to class and sit in your assigned seat. You must follow your teacher's directions and be polite. Jocelyn also writes that you raise your hand to be called on for participation. Yes, Riel, good job.
Is there anything else in Jocelyn's classroom instructions?
Yes. Jocelyn adds that you should keep your chair and desk legs on the floor. Have you ever seen anyone leaning back in his or her chair? Well, I have. And let me just say it is a terrible idea. You could easily fall backwards and hit your head. Jocelyn also asks that you simply pass objects, not throw them. That's one of the main objects in the classroom. I concur.
You what?
Concur. That means I agree. I've been missing my page 38 since an unfortunate incident when I was thrown last year. I can't talk about it anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you, Professor Pedia, and to all of our on-site specialists today. Most of all, thank you to Jocelyn for your informative and well-organized report. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
What rules you have at home? Write an instructional guidebook for someone who doesn't know the rules at your house.